Have you ever wondered why some English speakers say things like spill the beans or hit the road, and no actual beans or roads are involved? If you've studied English from textbooks, these strange phrases might seem confusing, even illogical. But hidden behind these expressions lies a fascinating world of idioms and slang that native speakers use every single day to sound natural, expressive, and deeply connected. In today's episode, we're diving into this secret world of language, where meaning isn't always what it seems, and where mastering a phrase can unlock the door to sounding truly American. Ready to find out what they really mean? If you've ever scratched your head hearing someone say, "It's raining cats and dogs," or "break a leg," you're not alone. These expressions, called idioms, are like a hidden code in the English language. And if you're only learning from grammar books or vocabulary lists, you're missing a huge part of how real people actually talk. That's exactly why in this first part of the episode, we begin unlocking that secret code, starting with some of the most classic and widely used American idioms that can instantly make you sound more like a native speaker. Let's start with under the weather. At first glance, this might make you imagine someone standing beneath a cloudy sky, but in reality, it's a soft, polite way to say you're not feeling well. It's often used in daily conversation. "I'm a little under the weather today, so I might leave work early." It's a much more natural way to talk about minor illness than saying, "I feel sick." Next, we explore a phrase you'll love, especially if you enjoy celebrating how easy something felt. Piece of cake is used when something is very easy to do, like, "That exam was a piece of cake." It adds casual flair and confidence to your language, making you sound more relaxed and self-assured. Think of it as a cheerful way to say, "That was no trouble at all." Then there's spill the beans, a playful idiom used when someone reveals a secret, often by accident. Imagine your friend blurting out details of a surprise party. "Yep, they just spilled the beans." It adds drama and fun to the conversation, and once you understand it, you'll start hearing it everywhere, from movies to daily chats. Of course, once all the secrets are out, it might be time to hit the road. This doesn't mean actually hitting the pavement. It simply means leaving or starting a journey. "It's getting late, we should hit the road," someone might say after a long dinner. Again, idioms like this are packed with imagery and character, making your English more vivid and conversational. And when the day is done, you call it a day. This idiom signals the end of your work or activities. Whether you've been studying, working, or even just organizing your room, saying, "Let's call it a day," wraps everything up naturally. These expressions, though strange at first, are woven into everyday American conversation. They're colorful, compact, and full of personality. Learning them not only boosts your vocabulary, but also gives you insight into the humor, values, and rhythm of English-speaking culture. So don't worry if they seem odd at first. Stick with us, and soon you'll be using them naturally. Ready for the next one? Now that you've got a taste of classic idioms like under the weather and spill the beans, it's time to explore another layer of English that's just as powerful and just as puzzling to non-native speakers: slang. If idioms are the secret code of everyday English, then slang is the heartbeat. It's what gives your speech a modern, up-to-date, and authentic edge. And unlike idioms, which are often timeless, slang is constantly evolving. What's cool today might be cringe tomorrow, but that's what makes it so fascinating. Let's begin with one of the most popular slang words among younger Americans today: lit. No, it's not about turning on a light. When someone says, "That party was lit," they mean it was amazing, exciting, full of energy. It's a word that instantly adds excitement and social flavor to your vocabulary, whether you're talking about a concert, a trip, or even a YouTube video. Calling something lit signals that it was truly memorable. Right alongside lit, there's another phrase that's spread like wildfire: no cap. Used to emphasize honesty or truth, no cap is the modern way of saying, "I'm not joking." or for real. For example, that movie was the best I've ever seen. No cap. You might hear this especially among Gen Z speakers or in online conversations. Learning how to use it properly shows you're tuned in to today's culture. Then there's chill, a wonderfully versatile word. It can be a verb, let's chill this weekend, an adjective, he's such a chill guy, or a phrase to calm someone down, hey, chill out. It's one of those casual words that pops up all the time, whether you're planning something fun or trying to stay relaxed during a tough moment. Slang also gives us terms for our social lives like hang out. When Americans say, let's hang out, they're not talking about anything specific, just spending relaxed time together. It could be at a cafe, a park, or even just online. It's casual, friendly, and 100% native sounding. And of course, we can't forget the phrase, my bad. This quick, informal way of saying, I made a mistake, is everywhere. Missed a meeting, stepped on someone's foot, forgot a message, a simple oops, my bad can smooth it over instantly. It's short, disarming, and very American. These slang expressions don't just help you sound fluent, they help you connect. They show that you're not just speaking English, you're living it, understanding its rhythms, its humor, its personality. And just like idioms, they often make little sense at first glance, but once you get the feel for them, they become second nature. So stay with us, because the next set of phrases will take you even deeper into the language of real, everyday conversation. After exploring popular slang like lit, chill, and no cap, you might be wondering, how do these expressions actually show up in real-life conversations? The truth is, idioms and slang are not just decorative, they're essential tools for emotional expression, social bonding, and navigating complex situations. In this next part, we'll explore how certain idioms help you handle difficult emotions, awkward social moments, and even personal challenges with the kind of ease native speakers are known for. Let's begin with a phrase you'll often hear before a performance or major challenge, break a leg. Sounds odd, right? But in English, it's actually a way to wish someone good luck, especially before something like a big test, a speech, or even a job interview. It may seem ironic, but native speakers use it all the time, and once you get used to it, saying, break a leg, will come naturally when you want to offer support in a playful, confident way. Now imagine you're nervous before doing something important. That's where get cold feet comes in. This idiom refers to that last-minute panic or hesitation we all feel sometimes. For example, he was about to propose but got cold feet. It's perfect for describing those moments of doubt, and hearing it used will help you better interpret emotional cues in conversations. Then there's bite the bullet, a phrase that means to face something unpleasant with courage. Maybe you're dreading a dentist appointment or confronting a mistake at work. Saying, I'll just have to bite the bullet and do it, shows maturity and readiness to deal with hard truths. This idiom has an emotional depth that books often overlook, but native speakers love it for how it captures that mix of dread and determination. And what about when you feel overwhelmed? That's where idioms like pull yourself together shine. It's what you say to yourself or a friend when emotions are running high. Take a breath, pull yourself together, and go back in there. It's firm but compassionate, and it plays a huge role in both personal and professional settings. Want to express shared struggle or empathy? Use in the same boat. Whether you're studying for finals, dealing with a tough job, or adjusting to a new city, saying, we're all in the same boat, builds instant connection. It's a reminder that challenges are universal, and you're not alone. These idioms offer far more than vocabulary. They're emotional cues, cultural connectors, and survival tools in conversation. Whether you're comforting someone, calming your nerves, or just trying to relate, using these expressions makes your English feel human, not robotic. The more you use them, the more your speech will reflect not just fluency, but emotional intelligence. And that, more than any grammar rule, is the heart of natural communication. Ready to keep building? Let's go deeper. As we continue uncovering the emotional depth and cultural richness of idioms, it becomes clear that these expressions don't just help us survive tricky conversations, they help us thrive in them. They make our responses more nuanced, more relatable, and more real. And once you've mastered idioms related to fear, nerves, and support, the next frontier is knowing how to navigate stress, energy, and excitement, especially in social or professional settings. That's where some of the most vibrant and current slang terms come into play. Let's start with burning the midnight oil, an idiom that perfectly describes what so many of us do before a deadline: staying up late, working hard, and pushing through exhaustion. Whether you're a student preparing for finals or an employee rushing to finish a report, this phrase shows commitment and effort. Saying, "I've been burning the midnight oil all week," tells others you're working hard without needing to explain every detail. And after a long night of hard work, you'll probably feel beat, a casual way to say you're completely exhausted. Unlike formal phrases like very tired, saying "I'm totally beat" adds that touch of authenticity that makes your English sound real and relaxed. It's what a native speaker would say after moving apartments, running errands all day, or finishing a marathon of meetings. In even more casual settings, especially among younger people, you might hear someone say they're wiped out, another slang version of being extremely tired. After that hike, I was wiped out. Simple, expressive, and incredibly common. But what happens when exhaustion isn't physical? It's emotional, brought on by stress or drama. That's when people might describe someone as extra. If a friend is overreacting to a small problem, you might hear, "She's being so extra today." It's light-hearted but pointed, and understanding it helps you grasp the unspoken social dynamics in casual conversations. On the flip side, when people are feeling excited, energized, and confident, phrases like pumped or stoked are the go-to slang. "I'm so pumped for this weekend's concert," or "she's stoked about starting her new job." These words are informal, enthusiastic, and convey an emotional state that connects instantly with others. And for that perfect vibe, whether it's at a cafe, a party, or just relaxing on the couch, you'll often hear people talk about the vibe. As a noun, it refers to the feeling or atmosphere. This restaurant has a chill vibe. As a verb, it's even more relaxed. "We were just vibing with some music." It's subtle, smooth, and effortlessly native. These expressions, both idioms and modern slang, are keys to reading the room, expressing yourself naturally and responding with just the right tone. Whether you're energized, overwhelmed, or just kicking back, having the right phrase gives your English a layer of fluency that textbooks can't teach. And as we move forward, you'll discover, after exploring how idioms and slang express stress, energy, and emotional highs and lows, it's clear that mastering these phrases does more than just improve your vocabulary. It changes the way you connect, communicate, and belong in English-speaking environments. Now, in this final stretch, we'll turn our focus to how these expressions help you engage with others, share your truth, and leave a lasting impression. These are the idioms and slang that create connection, clarity, and authenticity in everyday life. Let's begin with a powerful phrase for honesty: "Get something off your chest." This idiom is used when you want to confess or talk about something that's been bothering you. For example, "Can I talk to you? I really need to get something off my chest." It's vulnerable, real, and incredibly human. Using it shows emotional depth, and more importantly, it opens the door to meaningful conversations. Then there's "on the same page," a phrase used to confirm understanding or agreement. Whether you're in a meeting or making weekend plans with friends, saying, "Let's make sure we're on the same page," keeps everyone aligned. It's a small phrase with big impact, used daily in offices, classrooms, and homes alike. In more social situations, idioms like "let your hair down and go with the flow" encourage openness and relaxation. After a long week, you might say, "It's Friday night, time to let my hair down." Or if plans suddenly change, "No worries, I'll just go with the flow." These phrases express flexibility and emotional ease, traits that are often admired in casual and even professional contexts. Sometimes, though, we're put in uncomfortable situations, like being asked a tough question in public. That's when we use put someone on the spot. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, someone might say, after surprising you with a question. Recognizing this idiom helps you understand subtle social dynamics and respond with grace. And finally, when something is so easy or obvious that it requires no second thought, Americans call it a no-brainer. Choosing the best option, making a simple decision. It's a no-brainer is the phrase that tells others, this just makes sense. By learning these expressions, not just their definitions, but how, when, and why they're used, you're doing more than improving your English. You're learning how to think, feel, and respond like a native speaker. You're developing cultural intuition, social fluency, and emotional intelligence, all through language. So what's the next step? Keep listening, keep shadowing, keep using these idioms and slang expressions in your daily conversations. The more you practice, the more effortlessly they'll flow. Remember, fluency isn't just about grammar, it's about rhythm, nuance, and the courage to express yourself fully. You've come this far, and that says a lot. Now go out there and speak English like it's truly yours. Because now it is.